Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Exotic Giant, and I wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit about the cheating side, apparently, that goes on in Warhammer that I didn't even know was physically possible. So, first of all, the video in the background is from a tournament. Now, I don't show any tournament gameplay, and I keep all the scores and everything hidden. If you want to go see that tournament, the link will be down below. Just to let you guys know what's going in the back, just so you have the background candy. Now, here's for the ear candy. So, apparently, someone in Long Star in Texas, which is a convention that's being held, I guess, multiple times a year. They had it in the 2016, to etc. I believe so. So a person that the YouTuber who right here known as Tactical Turtle was talking a little bit about it, and I was just watching and I was like, I'm kind of shocked that somebody can actually cheat. And I'm like, okay, so how did he cheat? And he listed off a few things that cheated, and then he started to talk about another topic that I felt that was, I didn't agree strong with him. I mean, the link will be down below so you can watch and see what he says about it. But personally, me, and this is not me trying to get like a big war going against each other or whatever. I'm a nobody. He's a big, famous, whatever, what you want to call it, YouTuber on whatever he focuses on, and I just seen him talking about Warhammer and about a specific person who was cheating. So here's the issue that I have, not with the person who cheated. Yes, it's wrong to cheat, and if you cheat, you know, it just means that you're a big old bitch. I've been past my minute mark, so I can start cussing now. But the part, what I can't understand is how were they able to allow him to continue cheat? He's already been caught cheating once. So that should have been a green flag to go like, all right, you can't play here. You have to go, scoot along. But they continued to allow him to come back, and he was still cheating. Here's some of the things that they said, that the guy says that since he knows him so well, that they caught him cheating it. So the first one, which is the biggest thing, is if you go to a competition, which this is a competition, this is a tournament, this is somewhere where you're probably winning a prize of some sort, either money, something that is worth value that would make somebody want to fist fight you to try to win this contest or tournament or competition of some sort, is that they said that he was playing with loaded dice. Now, here's the big issue. Through all this, he won all 10 of his matches. So if he was playing with loaded dice, which I'm assuming there should have been some type of referee or somebody watching to make sure there was no cheating going on, motherfuckers, you didn't see 10 games and non-loaded dice. So that was one of the things that they said that he had was loaded dice. Another one is that they said during the games he was changing his character's loadouts and setup. Now, they do have what they call as an army listing, and they have check-in times, which I'm assuming within those times you should be checking to make sure that their army is what they say or whatever the listing is. Again, I've never played in a competitive, so I'm not saying I know exactly what's going on, but looking at all the stuff that was with it in all the forums, it says there's a check-in and you have to check in. I'm assuming that you would check in your army, they would write it down, and they would tell you, okay, yeah, you're within the point limit army. Or, hey, you got too many points, you got to get rid of one so you can be within the point limit. Or, hey, this makes this character have more point limits than this character, and this is going to push you over a little bit. Do you have a character that you could substitute for this one? I don't know, etc., etc. It just said that it had an army listing, and he was changing it during the time. Well, again, where the fuck is the referee? Where was somebody not watching that this was happening? I assumed that if I brought maybe a 10,000 to 5,000 unit army, and I said that I'm going to use this army, and they tell me it's too big, and, you know, well, can I kind of change them out? I mean, I'm giving you an army list. Again, I've never played competitive. I don't know if it's a set army that you go in and write down, and that's what they say, this is the army you're playing with, or you can bring in a big unit of army and you can kind of switch them out, which would change the game setup a little bit and also give the game more dynamic, meaning that you're not just playing with the same set army, so you're going to lose. Again, I don't know. I read the forums, I read what the rules were, and this is as far as I can guess. That the playing part I have not gotten to yet, so if somebody can tell me a little bit more on that so I can get a little bit more information on how the army listing works, that would be terrific. But I'm assuming that he was swapping out, and I assume that would be okay, but if it's not okay, then where was the referee that was supposed to be watching this? And again, it's competitive. You're not using fancy dice. Everybody, if there's a chance that you may possibility have loaded dice, and this is a competition game, you should be the people who hand out non-loaded dice, meaning that you hand out just plain white die dice and you say you play with these. Oh, well, I want to play with my colorful dice. Well, you're playing a competitional game. You're not really needing colorful dice to know what you're doing to play. You need dice to show how much health points are on there, or write it on a fucking piece of paper like a civilized human being. But if not, you know, you can have a dice of your color of choosing down there to sit on there to represent the health points that are left on the character. And again, this is a competition. Nobody's looking for talent or fanciness unless this is like a casual competition, but it's competitive. So you're playing a tournament, and through this video, you'll probably see there are some people in this video that don't even have the miniatures fully painted. They're like pure fucking white standing, and I'm like, well, that makes sense because he knows the unit that he wants to use. He doesn't really need them to be painted. They need to be painted to a certain point where you could differentiate between them in case you're fighting the same army. But, you know, anywhere on that, you know, he's got it painted to what the minimum is. I guess they want it to be done. But like, it's a competitive game. There shouldn't be any, you know, fanciness unless there's a paint boost coloring, which that's usually only in casual games, and that's between, you know, buddy to buddy. And the biggest part, which made me think that this is more of the company who hosted the session's fault. And again, I'm not blasting anybody. I'm not putting anybody on smoke or whatever you fucking young kids say nowadays. I'm not trying to put someone in a headlock and saying, yeah, it's your fucking fault, you little shit. No, what I'm saying is that they said he photoshopped his data sheets. And if you don't know what data sheets are, unless you got them on your fucking phone and they're on the Warhammer app that you can check plainly, these motherfuckers are some thick cards. These make Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards look paper thin. I mean, these are some thick deck cards. These are cards that you carry with you. And does nobody carry a fucking codex with them? Do you guys not have a super nerd on standby going like, Craig, come here, come here. Oh, I ain't seen here. Your data cards are incorrect. If I was an authenticator, this is fake as shit. This ain't the Mona Lisa, this is Steve. Something like that. Do you guys not have anybody that can clarify data sheets? They said that he was cheating with data sheets. So again, my biggest complaint is that if this is a competition, you should have procedures to catch everything by the book. Now again, the guy who cheated, they knew multiple times. They were told. They were found out. He was found out. But they didn't have like some type of community together. Does anybody not like text somebody and go like, hey, I seen you had Mark on there. Yeah, you know he cheats. Oh, okay, we're just going to tell him he can't come. Like, do you not like send out a phone call or go like, yo, bro, what's up, man? How's it going? Look, that dude is a fucking cheater. Gotcha. Click. Hey, get out of here. Like, does anybody not like attend the competitions to watch and go like, hey, that dude's a cheater? Yeah, he's a cheater. I'm going to go tell the guys that he's a cheater. Hey, he's a cheater. Are you sure? Yes, I've got 10 people that will say that he's a cheater. Okay, hey, you need to go. And you get a point win, so go ahead and go to your next match. Like, does anybody not see that happening? And I mean, out of all this, he won 10 matches consecutively. So, like, you know, what? Did the 9th match not mean that he was cheating? It's like, wow, he's really good. He wins one more match, though. He's cheating. Yeah, he won one more match. All right, he's cheating. Kick him out. Like, did it take 10 matches for you to realize he might be cheating? You know, the 9th one, maybe possibility could have been one. 8th one, who knows? 7th one, 6th one, 5th one's a coinkydink. 6th and a little bit further up and not losing and continuing to win might say something's a little off here. Now, is it rare? No. Is it common? No. Is it unlikely? Yes. It unlikely could happen and unlikely could not happen. Who knows? But I think it's more on the company who held the event's fault and the person who is there. It could have been an inside job. It could have been like, hey, you win this, I'll get the prize money. We split it 50-50. I don't know what it is, but I think that if it's a competitional game, keep it professional and competitional. Don't treat it like, you know, it's a likely win. Because if somebody found out that they were cheating and they lost to a cheater, they might end up with their teeth on a curve out in the parking lot, and then you've got to explain to the cops that you knew he was cheating or you found out he was cheating and you let them whoop his ass or her ass, or vice versa, its ass. Whose ass it's getting whooped? It could be a fucking chihuahua getting its ass whooped. But that's all the time I want to talk about, guys. If you want to see the rest of this tournament video and actually see the tournament go down, the link's down below. And if you want to see Tactical Turtle's point of view of what he said, again, I covered the main parts of the basis that I took point of view of it and just kind of put into my own thing. And as he says, it gives a bad taste of competition. That's bullshit. That's the only thing I call him out on. It's competitive. Anything that's competitive is toxic. Look at Call of Duty Search and Destroy. Enough said, literally. But I'll catch you guys later. Peace.